Okay, starting another walk, a local walk from Harlech. Okay, I did this walk yesterday. As I said, I did this walk yesterday, but I didn't have the camera with me. And it was quite a nice day yesterday, and it's turned out quite nice again today. Okay, this is the first of several wall styles I cross on this walk, and this one coming downhill, it's a bit of an awkward descent down that over that stile there. There's some steps. They have put these posts in recently, but you really need the kind of ladder steps here, wooden ladder steps. Okay, I've climbed about maybe 100 feet to this point from where I started the video, and I got about another, well, maybe not quite 100 feet till I reach a Tarmac Lane. I've got a bit of a farm tractor there as background noise, but that's of course well, it's part of country walking, the noise of tractors ploughing the fields or doing something. There's cattle over in that other field there, and quite often they're in this field, and then I have to run the gauntlet. But I will be crossing a field with cattle in a little bit later on. Quite clear today, not quite as clear as it was yesterday, but had a nice trip. Yeah, there's the Mulwin and Harlech Ridge, and over there's the Rinogs. The high point on the that range is 2,475 feet above sea level. Yes, quite a stiff breeze blowing. So I have a piece of sponge over the camera microphone, so that should help to stop some of the wind noise. Okay, I've reached the Tarmac Lane, and what's that? Another walker in the distance there. Oh no, a cyclist. Yeah, okay, so I cross the Tarmac Lane and continue on a footpath on the other side. Okay, continue. There are footpath signs on this part of the walk. Old stone barns are gradually falling into ruin. Well, that one's well and truly a ruin. But they weren't in too bad when I came up here first about 20 years ago. They were still in fairly good condition. There was a roof on most of them, but of course now it's much cheaper now to if you're going to have if the farmer wants a barn, it's much cheaper to have one just built out of corrugated iron. There's that stone barn I passed about 5 minutes ago, and it's quite a pleasant walk this, and excellent walking conditions. Temperatures in the low 60s and a nice, well, quite a strong breeze. Nice and cool. At this time of year, there's one thing you have to contend with when walking through these country footpaths. So these ferns, they grow rampant. I did, well, the footpath was, this part's no problem, but the footpath later on tends to become overgrown in one or two places. Now there's another of those, well, that's a truly ruined barn there, but again, 20 years ago when I first did this walk, that did have a roof on it. Now it's the 5th of August, there's still some lambs not born not long ago, still around. Okay, so yeah, it's beautiful countryside around here. I always like it. Yeah, you don't really have to go travelling great distances. I'm lucky enough to live in an area where just local walks is well, it's quite okay to drink in the scenery. Yeah, that the sun's come out nicely, and okay, I think yeah, this is where the footpath to some extent deteriorates, just in this short section here before I reach that former farmhouse there. Yeah, proof positive I'm on a right of way. Just came through that gate, and just the other side it's well, no sign of a footpath there really. This looks like there's someone at home with this inside this building. When I first came here about 20 years ago, I think the farmer who lived in that building was still alive, but it's not a farmhouse anymore, not used as a farmhouse anymore. So you can see it's quite extensive outbuildings. Okay, I'm on another Tarmac Lane here, but you rarely see any traffic on this lane. I've come maybe about a quarter of a mile down this lane, and this is where I leave the lane, at these footpath signs. Now I did once well, I'm going to walk through some, well, it's get through there, no problem with the ferns, but according to that sign there, well, there is a footpath, there's a wall stile just there underneath those trees, but I have done it across that the other side and gone along that footpath, but it's pretty boggy ground on the other side, and there's no sign really of a trodden footpath, so I haven't done it for quite a few years. So I'll go up here and start roughly ascending now, back up again. I have to find my way down now to another stile that crosses into that oak woodland. I had a trial run for this walk yesterday, so I know this is passable through here, but and of course it is, walkers do come along here, because I noticed yesterday some of these ferns here have been well, we can see signs of people having walked through them. Okay, no problem. Make my way through. And these steps here you can put down centuries ago for the people that in the good old days, they didn't use these footpaths for recreational purposes. They used these paths to get from A to B. And there's another wall stile there. I'm into this kind of like well, scrub woodland, and that is impassable now. That's where the path went up until about maybe a year ago. But walkers have made a footpath through here to get round it. Okay, so make my way through here. It's passable, but of course there are brambles here as well, which are handy tripwires. That's kind of like a landmark feature in this area. Those are kind of like silos for storing. I imagine for storing, well, not grain, but maybe what do you call that? Hay for the winter storage for the animals, maybe, or something like that. But that's noticeable feature in this area. Okay, I think I left the oak scrubland there, and it's fairly clear, I think, now. Okay, the footpath signs have disappeared lately, so I'm a local, and I've walked this path many times over the years before, so I know where the path goes. But for someone that's trying to follow the Ordnance Survey map, it would be a bit of a challenge to find out where the footpath is. Is the right of way, no footpath signs, as I say, but now there are cattle here occasionally, and of course they sometimes block this narrow footpath, so it's a bit awkward to get through them. If they're a bit frisky, it's yeah, okay, through there. I don't think maybe I should. Well, I shouldn't say this, but I'll say the word second home. I believe that's a second home. It's very nice dormer windows, looking out onto the Rinogs there. Yeah, there is someone at home there. Looks like they got, oops, I can see someone looking at me. Yeah, onto that kind of large shade umbrella. Yeah, so this nice gravel track now goes to that house. And it's easy walking now basically for the rest of the way. It might be a holiday home. I'm not sure which that house back there, but yeah. So there you have Rhinog Vawr. You can just see a bit of Rhinog Vach, Leithra, Muldra. Yeah, and over there is the Irish Sea. You can just see a little bit of the coastline towards the Cardigan coastline, quite some distance away. So it's fairly clear today. Yeah, I'm coming out into on this kind of hill. Well, it's not a hill, but kind of top of this rise. So the breeze has picked up a bit. And down there is Shell Island. And yesterday, when I did this walk, those cattle over there, they looked pretty docile, but they did. 2 or 3 of them came, took it in their heads to start running towards me. Well, virtually no danger, but you never know. That's the trouble with cattle. Past some walkers, they probably might be staying in those caravans over there on their summer holidays. Down there, just come down there, that well, it's kind of partially tarmacked, leads to a farmhouse, and that's where those caravans are located. This is the lane I crossed earlier on. Further up. these paths I've been walking along so far. I've got most of them already on video. I've taken, well, some of them several times on previous videos I've made. So this kind of way is a repeat of those walks. Okay, so I turn off this lane, just coming a short distance up it, and go along this path here. It's right away, and I think the local dog walkers have kept it fairly open, otherwise it would be overgrown with all these like massive ferns that cover these fields at this time of year. Okay, I can hear that tractor again. And one of the things they may have been doing is keeping the bracken down. Yeah, I think they've done that just recently on this field. Right, they haven't bothered with the deep bracken, but yeah, keep the pasture fields more or less open for the cattle and sheep. There it is there. He's doing something there. Yeah, kind of just going backwards and forwards. Well, that looks like that field there is in good condition. Okay, now this was a former walled farm track, but no longer used as such. But the right-of-way goes through it. And still quite passable. Not too far now from the end of this walk. The sun looks as though it's largely disappearing now for the rest of the walk. Still quite sunny further out to sea. And well, it's a little bit hazy today, but you can see the Snowdonia skyline over there, the Welsh Matterhorn over there. And of course no two guesses needed for that one over there. I think I can home in on it. Yeah, Snowdon of course. And over there is kind of quite a nice looking mountain, similar to Snowdon from this side in appearance. Mull Hebog. Yeah. And over there, it's a bit hazy unfortunately. Your Evil. I think it's translates as the Rivals, on the highest point on the Flint Peninsula. Yeah. Yeah, that's the last wall style to cross on this walk. And an excellent day for walking, nice and cool. Okay, I head towards, looks like an impenetrable line of gorse bushes, but the footpath goes through a gap there. There's the famous Harlech Castle there. So I'm just about at the end of this walk now. Just a couple of 100 yards, if that, to go. Yeah, that's the hillside I initially went up. There's a right way up there. You'll come through full circle. So I'll end this video here.